up? You are watching The Blend. Tina Tilton's The Blend, by the way, and I'm your hostess, Tina Tilton, where legends live. And I want to thank Leonard James. He's the promoter for Memphis' finest comedy show this past Saturday. All of the comedians did a great job, and y'all were funny. I must admit, you guys were extremely funny. But if you have an upcoming event that you would like to share with the Southeastern region, states, by the way, then you can hit us up on my website, www.tinatilton.com. Right now, I have a boy band member who has spread his wings and flown solo. Here he is. He's the lead singer of the group Troop. So I want you guys to welcome singer, songwriter, producer, vocal arranger, Stephen Russell Harts. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Man, welcome, welcome. You know, I had to do it. I had to do the spread my wings kind of thing, you know. Fly away. My gosh, it is such an honor, seriously, to have you on here with me. And I'm trying not to smile too big because, see, I'm married. I don't want to get in trouble.
No.
But let's talk about you being from Pasadena, California. But you guys, and again, like everything that I'm about to say, I took from your bio, and I saw that you guys were discovered by being on Putting on the Hits. You gotta be kind of, I do remember that. I love Putting on the Hits. Tell me about that experience, because I was like, wow, I never knew that.
Well, it's actually the founding member, Rodney and Reggie. They had 3 other guys at that time. This was before the group was formed. Rodney went on Putting on the Hits. His mother actually wanted him to go on the show. And a producer called once they won. A producer by the name of Greg Parade called and wanted to know if the guys could really sing. And then that's when Rodney came and got me, and I brought John and Alan along, and that's when we became 5 of a Kind, later to be Troop.
Hush your mouth. How did you all come up with the name Troop? Was it because of those sneakers that were out there in those jogging suits? Y'all know we had them.
We had a dance that we did called Troop.
What was it?
Our name was The Guys. We initially were going to go with The Guys, but there was a group called Guy that had a release date like 2 weeks before our release date. So we had to change our name from The Guys. And, you know, just at the last minute, I said Troop, and everybody went nuts over it. And then Alan came up with the Total Respect of Other People, and that we just stuck with that.
Oh, totally different from OPP. Okay. Do you still remember how to do the dance, the Troop dance?
Oh, no question. Yeah.
You know? Is that a Pasadena thing? Because Memphis, we have our own dance too. We got this thing we call Trigger Man. Everybody knows how to do
is that
the
right?
Trigger Man in Memphis. So does everyone in Pasadena, California know how to do the Troop?
Well, I don't know if everybody knows how to do it, but they definitely know it.
They know it.
Yeah, they know what it is when they see it.
Yeah, yeah. 2 decades for you in the game, 20 years. And I was like, you know what? I did the math. I said, yeah, that song was out when I was saying such and such. And yeah, that's about it.
Now it's almost 30 years.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You're right about that. You're right.
Shoot.
I must say, you guys, are we frozen? Yes, I hear you. Can you hear me? Darn it. You can't hear me?
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so yeah, it's almost been 30 years in the business. Actually, we started in Pasadena, California. Like I said, once the group got formed and we got our record deal in 1986, it took us like 2 years to get the first album completed. The late Gerald Levert wrote and produced our first single, Mamacita, along with my brother Mark Gordon. And everything just changed from there. We skyrocketed out of there. And Chucky Booker, he helped us with My Heart. Yeah. And then we went on tour. And we toured around the country with Keith Sweat, Guy, Tony. It was just... And we always toured with a bunch of rap artists. We were one of the only R&B groups that was always on the show with MC Lyte, KD, you know, it was always us and a bunch of rap. And I started writing and producing, you know, in the midst of that, of our days of becoming Troop, and it just developed more and more. I just started writing more and more, you know.
Which is, and that's a good point, because that was my next question.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Oh no. Well, okay.
If would it destroy the show if I left and came back really quick? Or would that be just
no?
awful?
Let's do it.
Because the sound it'll take 2 seconds.
Okay. So while we're live, we are waiting for Stephen Russell Harts of Troop, the lead singer of Troop, to return. He's on live with me. We were having a little bit of audio technical difficulties, but he'll be right back with us. Meantime, you're watching Tina Tilton's The Blend. And remember, if you have an upcoming event that you would like for us to share with the viewers, we are currently in Memphis, Chattanooga, Rome, Georgia, Florence, Mobile, and Huntsville, Alabama. So if you have an event, then come on out and contact us at www.tinatilton.com. But again, we're welcoming back Stephen Russell Harts, and you can hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you good. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. It happens. Hey, we're in this virtual world. I tell people, I'm like, there are no mistakes. We just roll with it and fix it, and we'll fix it in post-production. It's not a problem at all. But speaking of production, you're in demand in the music industry for creating new music for artists like Chris Brown, Jordan Sparks, Jennifer Hudson, just to name a few. So my question to you is, when did the producer bug bite you?
Well, the producer bug bit me very early on. As soon as we got our record deal and we started working with Gerald Levert and Chucky Booker, I fell in love with producing from being produced. You know, Gerald telling me what to sing, how to sing it, what kind of emotion to put on this word. And that blew my mind, because just listening to the record, you would think the artist did all of that, but it's the producer that that's painting the picture, you know. So to see that, it just made me want to expand as a creator. And I got the producer bug very early on in our career. I got my first gold album with the Whispers before Troop went gold the first time, with the More of the Night album. So the Whispers was the first people that believed in me as a producer, outside of Sylvia Rohn at Atlantic.
That is great. Well, I read where you acquired a knack for writing and producing artists like Babyface, and you've already mentioned Chucky Booker, Gerald Levert. But tell us who you lent your background vocals to, your background vocal talent to.
Well, it's a lot. I mean,
it's a lot.
Every record that I wrote on, when I was a part of the Underdogs, and we produced everybody from Jordan Sparks to Chris Brown, like you said, everybody. I'm singing on everything. I'm singing on Take You Down. I'm singing backgrounds on B2K. I'm singing background on some of the female artists that we produced. I'm singing background on Tyrese records.
Yeah.
I'm singing background on Ruben Studdard, Charlie Wilson.
Babyface with Tender Lover.
With Tender Lover.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to listen intently. Oh, there he is. I think that's him.
Tender Lover. And just a lot. I'm singing on a lot of records. I spent a lot of my early years, like you said, the first 2 decades of my life, I spent writing and singing and producing records.
Oh, Keith Sweat. What were you on with Keith Sweat? What song?
Sweat. Merry-Go-Round.
Merry-Go-Round.
Cheating. I sang on a bunch of Keith songs on the second album.
That is so amazing. I think, again, for me, just being a consumer and a fan, on the outside looking in, saying, okay, no, this is the lead singer of Troop, the end, point blank. But there is no the end, point blank. There's a comma behind your name with this, that going on.
I never pursued promoting myself as a producer early on, because I was just so busy putting the work in, but now it's the perfect time for me to let everybody know, with the release of my new single, So Close. I've been out on the road doing these shows, and it's just really impacting people really good to know, like, I do the Troop hits. And then I go into a medley of all the songs that I wrote while I'm telling everybody I wrote this too. It's kind of funny, but then it's like, dang, he wrote that. And
sure.
I perform all that in my show. So I'm ready to come down there and perform,
Come on now.
The show,
We are going to welcome you with open arms. But tell us now about your Grammy nominations. You have a few,
Yeah.
a lot.
I was fortunate enough to be associated with someone as talented as Jennifer Hudson and Chris Brown. I got my first Grammy with Jennifer Hudson's first album. I wrote a song called Invisible and co-produced that. And I got my first Grammy with that. I got my second Grammy with Take You Down, Chris Brown. And I got my third Grammy with Chris Brown, the Fortune and Fame album. So
I stay thinking Chris Brown is my baby brother. They favor, like, they really do. Anytime that he's in the news for something negative, if you will, I'm like, oh, no, leave my brother alone. That is my baby brother. So seriously, I take up for him as if I have met him and if he is my baby brother, but I consider him my. So next time you talk to him, tell him Tina Tilton in Memphis says that your big sister wants to let you know everything is all right. And everything is all right. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, so you've done some work on films as well. Yeah. Tell us about that.
I was fortunate enough again to work on Dreamgirls. We worked on all 62 songs as a production company, The Underdogs. We did all those songs, myself, Tank, Eric Dawkins. We sang on all the stuff, all the vocals you hear. The group that's doing Michael Jackson, that's, emulating the Jacksons, that's me singing that song. Shark Tale, Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda?
Shrek 3.
Oh, no, not Kung Fu Panda.
I've been associated with several movies. Lately, Holiday. I have a film production company now called Black Box, and we have a new film out right now that's streaming on Tubi called Ones. And my second docu-film that's coming out next week is called Tales of a Boy Band, and it's where every member of the group and troupe tells their own story and their own experience in each episode. So that's coming. I want everybody to look out for that too. It's called Tales of a Boy Band. It's going to be on Tubi, and you can stream my movie Day Ones right now.
Loving it. Well, your bio stated that you produced music for two of my favorite female artists, Toni Braxton and Ciara. And of course, there are many, many more. But what role did you play in producing for Troop?
I was a co-writer on those songs. The Underdogs actually were the producers on those. And with Troop, my first top 5 record was I'm Not Suit, that I wrote and co-produced with a wonderful guy by the name of Zach Harmon and Christopher Troy. I wrote I Will Always Love You with the third album that we released called Deepa. I wrote and produced that entire project. So I did a lot of work with Troop. All of the latest. We just released a new compilation called The Baby Makers that's out right now. So I want everybody to get the Troop compilation because we have a couple of songs on there. Sorry.
We don't need no more Baby Makers. Look, and that's funny you say that because I was as you were talking, I'm just backtracking my mind in the 80s, late 80s, 88, 89, 90-ish era. And was like, you know what? Y'all are probably single-handedly responsible for a lot of teenage babies out there.
Yes.
You agree? See?
I'm
especially with all I do. It's like I can't wait to get to school these days. Let's go. Y'all. Oh, okay. Mama, we Oh boy, I ain't telling no more of my business, Stephen. You ain't getting me in trouble, even though I'm grown. No trouble here. Listen, let off of me. Now that you've flown solo, like tell me, let's dive a little deeper into your current project.
Okay. My new project, it's called So Close, and it's just I just felt like it was time for me, before I retire and just decide to fly off into pigeon land with my pigeons, I just decided to be great
like
again. I decided to be the best me that I could be, and I wanted to do music that was true to me, true to my heart. I didn't want to sound like anybody. I didn't want to do music that was like, I didn't want to be influenced by anything. So that's why I released this. And I hope that people love it. You know, so far I'm getting such a wonderful response because I think people are in need of really good R&B music, you know, like what Bruno Mars is doing, you know, just, you know, it's several artists that are doing great music, but I wanted to be a part of that side of it, coming back as a solo artist late in my career, you know, and so far it's doing pretty good, you know.
Yeah. So Memphis, make sure that you support that project.
Please.
Can you still hear me? Okay, you can still hear
Yes.
me. Okay,
Yes.
Great. Because it is currently out now. We can catch it on Spotify and what are some of the other platforms
Apple
we can catch it?
Music. The song is released everywhere. I shoot the video in 3 days, so the video will be out in a couple weeks.
Yay!
And we're just gonna drive it crazy. I'm gonna be we're gonna be performing at an award show in Memphis in July.
Okay.
And I'll be performing the new single there as well. So
we can't wait to see
there.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Book Stephen Russell.
Yes.
Book Stephen Russell.
but let me backtrack some. I'm gonna have to go back a little bit and say, tell me about this pigeon land. Are you for real? Are you like Mike Tyson with these pigeons?
Yeah, Mike Tyson's a
for
friend
real?
of mine, and we both love pigeons. I've been into pigeons since I was 7 years old.
Heck no.
So yeah, that's a love that's kind of hard to describe, you know. But yes, I'm a bird man for sure. My heaven and my some of my funnest times is with my pigeons and flying with my pigeons. Yeah.
Do they come back? Can you train them?
Yeah, they come back. They come back. You just can't overfeed them, you know. And of course, you got predators. You got hawks and falcons that will eat them. But they have a homing instinct, and based on how you feed them, if you control them with the feed, they'll do whatever you want. They'll fly for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, come back, you know. So it's pretty cool.
I didn't know you all had pigeons in California. I thought they were just in downtown Memphis.
Oh no. It's worldwide. It's a worldwide sport. It's a worldwide.
Wow.
It's worldwide. And I live in Texas now. I moved to Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
And I'm having a wonderful time with them here in Texas. But like I said, it's a lot of hawks, but I'm having a lot of fun with it.
All right. Well, you better watch those pigeons. Okay. So now tell me about the voiceover work. Now on the mix, I believe, is this on radio? Is it a cartoon like Little Albert? Is that a cartoon that's on radio?
Well, it's not. It hasn't been released yet. It's my first time approaching that. I never thought that I had a voice that was made for something like that, but I decided to give it a try. And yeah, I have some few interesting projects, voiceover works coming out soon. Yeah, I said Little Albert, is that Fat Albert's brother? I didn't know where that was going, but it said something about Michael Jackson or Jackson 5. So it's like a spinoff of the Jackson 5. I can't wait to see it or hear it. Well, it's like a spinoff of that era of Fat Albert, and when they were doing shows like that.
Okay.
It's just a nostalgic. It's just like that.
I like it. I'm loving this. This is going to be fun for me, and I can introduce this and that type of style to my family, to my kids. I look forward to that. Well, speaking of my family, this is the segment where I like to ask what I call an uncommon question. Has nothing to do with the bio, but it's not anything, you know.
That's fine.
Saucy, if you will. But okay, so my daughter, she has an upcoming school field trip. So my question to you is, what is your most memorable school field trip?
What's the memorable school field trip?
Yeah.
I would, let me see. Man, I've had a few. I got kids.
Yeah.
So.
Come on, yeah. I'm talking about when you were growing up. What field trip do you remember the most about when you were in school?
Oh, when I was in school.
Yeah.
We went to see a TV show being filmed called Charles in Charge. That's an old show from back in the day.
I remember that,
And our drama class took us to see that show. And I remember being so inspired. I hated that I was in the audience. You know, I did not want to, I didn't like the feeling of just being the person in the audience clapping. I wanted to be involved in creating and being a part of what's making everybody feel so good. And I'll never forgot that. That's nobody ever asked me that. That's so funny.
I told you it's uncommon.
That was very inspiring for me.
How old were you, or what grade were you in?
I had to be I was 13.
Yeah.
I was 13 years old. Yeah, my first drama class.
Amazing.
We went to see In Charge, and that just blew me away to see people working behind the cameras and cut one more time. I just thought, I was just like, I cannot be regular. I gotta do something. Yeah,
for sure. Destined to be a star, and that you are. Man, we thank you so much. Totally appreciate you. Again, Memphis and beyond. I can't say Memphis, but just viewers, make sure that you support the project. There's a new video that's coming out in 3 days. So by the time this actually airs on television, the video will probably be out. So that means we'll have to have you back. Not a big problem, I mean. Bring the guys with you. Bring the team. It's all good.
Do that. But, and I wanted to let you, I forgot to mention that we have new music out. We have a new single called Forever. We have a single called I Know. We have a compilation called The Slow Songs. We have a compilation out called The B-Sides. And they both have new music on them. So we have definitely been releasing new music, but you know how the independent thing is, you know, you have to spread the word for people to know about it. But we have a lot of new music out. I have several releases out right now, but so close. I want everybody to support that and get ready for this video. Yes, we will. Man, amazing. Stephen Russell Harts, you guys, on Tina Tilton's The Blend. Thank you so much. And remember to go to my website, www.tinatilton.com, or you can go to my YouTube channel, Tina Tilton TV, and check out Christy Taylor and myself every Tuesday at 9 a.m. for the Taylor Tilton Show. We're live on your social media platforms. Again, Stephen Russell Harts, thank you for being a guest on The Blend. And we have truly appreciated you today. And shucks, until next time, you guys. Bye.